Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon anime video. In this video I want to talk about Ash Ketchum. More specifically, I want to share with you 26 facts about him that you may or may not know. Just like the tribute/thank you video I made for Ash, this video is meant to honor and commemorate his departure as main protagonist from the anime. Since the facts I will share with you are taken from the entire history of the anime, they are a great way to look back at everything Ash has done and accomplished in this eventful and memorable journey. When deciding how many facts would be featured in this video, I decided to go with 26, since Ash's journey started back when the anime started on April 1, 1997, meaning that he almost made it to 26 years. Hence, why I decided to go with this number. So, with all of this out of the way, let's get to the facts, shall we? The first fact is that Ash owns at least one Pokemon of every type. Prior to Pokemon Journeys, he was missing a Ghost-type Pokemon, but this was resolved when he caught Gengar. I also want to mention that when he caught Mime back in the original series, Mr. Mime was a pure Psychic-type Pokemon. But when Mr. Mime became a Psychic and Fairy-type Pokemon, Mime retroactively became Ash's first and only Fairy-type Pokemon. The second fact has to do with the first one. Ash has gotten to use, or rather command a Pokemon to use, at least one move of every type. Just like with the previous fact, this was not true prior to Pokemon Journeys. Before this series, Ash never had a Pokemon that knew a Fairy-type move. And also, just like with the previous fact, Gengar is the one that resolved this. It used Dazzling Gleam in episode 99 against Marnie and her Grimmsnarl. Fact number 3 is that Ash lost once to every single normal type gym leader he has faced. He lost to Whitney, Norman, Lenora, and Sharon the first time he fought them. He did eventually defeat the first 3 in a rematch, but he never had a rematch against Sharon. Therefore, Ash never got to defeat him. Fact number 4 is that the starter Pokemon Ash originally wanted when he started his journey was Squirtle. But since he got to Professor Oak's lab late, all the starters, including Squirtle, were already taken. Squirtle specifically was taken by none other than Ash's rival, Gary. Ironically, while Ash did get to catch all 3 Kanto starters, Squirtle is the one that has been with him the least, since Bulbasaur has always been with him and the Charizard was left at the Charisific Valley in the same region/arc where Squirtle was left with Officer Jenny and the Squirtle Squad. However, Charizard returned more times and he ended his training and rejoined Ash permanently, while Squirtle returned fewer times and it never rejoined Ash permanently. Plus, Squirtle was caught after Bulbasaur and the Charizard. Facts number 5 through 7 can be started with the same sentence. In the anime, Ash is the first and so far only trainer with a known hometown to not be native to the region he is the champion of, with access to C-moves, Dynamax/Gigantamax, and Mega Evolution at the same time, and who has used more than one of these in a single battle, shown to have earned 2 of the same Gin badge, since he got a Rain badge from both Juan and Wallace. Fact number 8 is that Ash has never officially owned a legendary Pokémon or a female-only Pokémon. Funnily enough, Latias would have accomplished both of these if Ash had caught her, as he should have. Also, prior to Pokémon Journeys, he had never owned a regional form or a fossil, but Galarian Farfetch'd and the Dracovish fulfilled these. Fact number 9 is that Ash has caught a flying-type Pokémon in every series. However, he has never caught a flying-type Pokémon introduced after Generation 8, since in the series for this generation, Pokémon Journeys, the flying-type Pokémon he caught was Dragonite. Fact number 10 has to do with the previous one. Flying is the type Ash has the most of when you count non-temporary Pokémon only. He has 12 flying-type Pokémon. This is counting Pidgeot, who returned to Ash's ownership, and excluding Butterfree, who didn't. Fact number 11 is that Ash has caught/owns at least one starter Pokémon from every region he has visited except for Galar. Fact number 12 is that all of Ash's grass-type Pokémon are part of a 3-stage evolutionary line. This is because most of them are starter Pokémon, with Libani being the only one that isn't one. Fact number 13 is that Ash's favorite move is Thunderbolt. He revealed this in episode 25 of the XY series. This is probably to blame for the fact that Pikachu has never forgotten Thunderbolt. It's been a part of his moveset for a very long time. Fact number 14 is that Ash's name in Japanese, which is Satoshi, is taken from the creator of the Pokémon franchise, Satoshi Tajiri. Additionally, he has no surname in Japanese like he does in pretty much every other language. Also, said surname Ketchum is taken from "Gotta catch 'em all," the catchphrase of the franchise. Fact number 15 is that after facing and defeating Watson, the third gym leader of the Hoenn region, Ash never again earned a gym badge in the same episode that he meets the gym leader. Fact number 16 is that the only region/arc in which Ash did not lose an official battle is the Orange Islands or Archipelago. However, he also did not lose any official trials in the Sun and the Moon series, though he did lose to Nanu in an unofficial battle. Fact number 17 is related to the previous one. If you count only trainer battles, then Ash's longest win streak ever is 87 episodes, which spans from his loss to Rinto in episode 51 of Journeys to his loss to Misty in episode 138 of Journeys. However, if you count his loss to Articuno in the raid battle that took place as part of Project Mew in episode 102 of Journeys, then his longest win streak is 70 episodes, spanning from episode 36 to episode 106 of the XY series. Fact number 18 is that Ash shares at least one Pokémon of the same evolutionary line with one of his rivals in every series. He has Squirtle while Gary has Blastoise, he has Gliscor while Morrison has Gligar, he and Tyson both have Sceptile, he and Paul both have Torterra, he has Snivy while Trip has Serperior, he and Alon both have Charizard, he and Sawyer both have Sceptile, he has Rowlet, while Hao has Decidueye, and if you count Leon as his rival, he and Leon both have a Charizard. Fact number 19 is that Ash was designed by Atsuko Nishida, who also designed several Pokémon, including series mascot and Ash's partner Pikachu, and fan favorites like Charizard and Umbreon. Fact number 20 is that Ash has defeated more regional champions on screen than any other trainer in the anime, since he defeated Iris, Steven, Cynthia, and Leon. He also defeated Wallace, a former champion. Fact number 21 is that Veronica Taylor, who voiced Ash in English for a longer time, said in an interview that when she was auditioning for the role, Ash was known as Casey, a name that would later be used for a recurring character from Johto. Fact number 22 is that episodes 32 and 133 of Journeys are the only main series episodes not to feature Ash in any capacity. This is because they focus entirely on Go. Fact number 23 is that September 15 is National Ash Ketchum Day. This day was chosen for the occasion because it's the day when Ash became the champion of Alola. And 2020, which is the 1-year anniversary of when this happened, is the first year in which National Ash Ketchum Day was celebrated. Fact number 24 is that Ash's height is around 4'7". Now this is not really a very interesting fact, so to spice it up, I decided to include some Pokémon that are as tall as Ash. Namely Tauros, who Ash has 30 of, Nidoking, Golem, Hitmonchan, Luxray, Houndoom, Gavite, Swalus, Bigoroth, Cinderace, who is clearly taller than Ash in the anime, Iron Valiant, and, both ironically and funny, Latias, who also looks bigger than Ash in the anime. Fact number 25 is that in Letter, the first episode of Pokemon Twilight Wings, a trainer that looks a lot like Ash, red cap, blue jacket, black hair, is seen outside Windon Stadium with a Pikachu. This is most likely a reference to Ash. And finally, fact number 26 is that Ash is still 10 years old. Now of course, it's widely known that he does not age. But did you know that as recently as episode 67 of Journeys, he is still referred to as being 10 years old, even though by that point, the anime had well over 1,000 episodes, and despite the fact that it was implied that at least a year passed between episode 158 of the original series and episode 141 of the Black and White series. Kunihiko Yuyama, creative supervisor for Pokemon Journeys and executive director for previous series, said in an interview that Ash does not age because the anime is set in an endless early summer. So there you go. This is why Ash does not age, though I have trouble taking such a reason seriously. But that's everything I have for you in this video. Again, this video is meant to be a celebration and commemoration of Ash's departure from the anime as main protagonist. Hopefully, you learned a thing or two that you did not know about him prior to watching this video. I know I certainly did learn a few things while making this video, which made it even more rewarding to make. Like I have said many times before, Ash leaving the anime pains me greatly, and I seriously hope that we will get to see him again someday. Perhaps, if we do so, some of these facts will no longer be accurate. Never officially owning a legendary Pokemon. But that's the video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.